Welcome to our Flashmob 2019. On the 21st of September, we're going to dance with this choreography through the city centre in Wiesbaden, Germany, and between 1 and 2 o'clock. And you're welcome to join us, be that you're coming to meet us in Wiesbaden, or be that you dance in your own city. We'll be happy to have you with us. Now let's have a look at the steps. For the first set, we're going to put a call and response game together. The steps are fairly easy. We've got one short bit and one long bit. The short bit goes like this. You go down onto your right foot and place the left toe behind. Then you change over, go down onto your left foot, place the right toe behind. Try and cross over, which is going to be more difficult as you speed up, but try and cross over as best you can. From here, so you have the lead toe, and the right foot is free. We add 2 stamps side by side. The whole thing should sound like ya-ba-ba-dum-bam-bam. Let's try and work that out a few times. We'll do a call and response game here so you can join us. You always hear the question, then you get the answer when Lovis is dancing. So we have very nice. Now we're going to do the same sort of technique in a longer format. We're going to start the same way, going down on the right foot, placing the left foot behind, going down on the left foot, placing the right foot behind on the toe. And now we're going to do a stamp onto the right foot, and while that happens, you're going to kick your left back up. Then we're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. So we switch over to the left side, place the right foot behind on the toe, switch over to the right side, place the left foot behind on the toe, and again we're going to do 1 stamp on the left foot, and while you do that you kick the right foot up. We're going to do that one more time, and this time we're going to add both stamps, right and left. And this is supposed to sound like ya-ba-ba-dee-bam, ya-ba-ba-dee-bam, ya-ba-ba-dum-bam-bam. So you have let's try and practice that a few times. Now we can put the first set together. It's going to be a bit of a call and response game. I'm going to start with one of the short pieces. Lovis is going to answer with a short piece, and we're going to do the long bit together. And then the question comes on the other side, and I answer, and again the long bit is together. So what this is going to be like is this: 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. And that's the first set finished. Now let's go into our second set. The second set is going to be a solo for one half of the group, and the other half of the group are first going to watch, and then they're going to emphasize the accents by putting some stamps underneath. Let's practice the step first. We're going to need a step at the back, then a brush with the ball of your foot across your body and allow your foot to travel up to your hip. While the foot is going up, we're going to hop on our standing leg and then put our foot down again in the front. So what we're going to need is step, brush, cut, step. Let's just practice this a few times. Very nice. We're going to use that twice, and then we're going to add something which you already know from the first set, which is going to be our leap-toe, stamp, stamp. So you have yappa, dee-dum, yappa, dee-dum, da-bam, da-dum, bam, bam. And we're going to do that twice in a row. Let's try and practice that. 5, 6, 7, 8. And again. Now we're going to do the same thing as a variation, and in order to do that, we're going to shorten the whole thing. So we're going to do our step, brush, cut, step only once, not twice, and then add the leap toe, but without the stamps. So what you will get is yappa, dee-dum, da-ba-ba-dum, yappa, dee-dum, da-da-ba-dum. Let's just try and do that. 5, 6, 7, 8. Shall we try that again? I think we should. 5, 6, 7, 8. Got the hang of that? Now we can put the second set together. We've got the long bits, we're going to do them twice. Then we're going to do the shortened bit twice, and one more time the long bit. Let's just put that together. 5, 6, 7, 8. Second time. Now short. Long again. Very good. Now we're going to add the stamps underneath. And these accents are going to start when we go into the variation. Do you remember we have yappa, dee-dum, da-da-ba-dum. And we're going to have yappa, dee-dum, da-dum, ba-dum. If you coordinate that with a step, the first stamp is when we do the step back. Yappa, dee-dum, that step back is the first stamp. And then you have the leap toe, and on the first leap toe, nothing's going to happen. For the people who are doing the accents, this is going to be the pause. And the second leap toe are the other two stamps. Let's just try and do that. I'll do the steps, and Lois is going to do the stamps to it. Just the variation. 6, 7, 8. Shall we try that again? 5, 6, 7, 8. Very nice. And we're going to add some more stamps for the last long bit. Every time that step in the back happens is going to have a stamp. Then the first leap toe is going to have a stamp. There's going to be nothing on the second one. And then on the final two stamps, we're going to add stamps as well. So do you remember how it sounds like? It was yappa, dee-dum, da-dum, ba-dum, bam, bam. So we're going to have yappa, dee-dum, ba-dum, bam, bam. Let's just try and practice that. I'm going to do the last final bit of the step, and Lois is going to do the accents underneath. Just the last long bit. 7, 8. One more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. From here, we can put the second set together. 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. Now we're going to do the third set. The third set is going to be a solo for the second group, while the first group first watch and then put some accents underneath that to emphasize the rhythm. We're going to need a movement like you're going to jump on both feet with the right foot in front. Then the right foot is going to travel up to your left hip while you hop on your left foot, and then you bring down the right foot in front. And then the left foot is going to do the same thing, except that it has to come from the back up to the right hip, and then we put it down in front. And while the foot travels up to the cut, we're going to hop on the standing leg. So what we're going to have is jump, cut, 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 cut. Let's just practice that a few times. Got that? From here, we're going to add something that you already know, which is our leap toe, stamp, stamp. So that you get cha, yabba, badam, bam, bam. Let's do that just a few times to and fro. We're going to create a variation for that. The variation is going to start in exactly the same way, with the jump, cut, down, but then we go on with a toe, cut, step, toe, cut, step, toe, toe. Let's break that down slowly. You put your right foot at the back, then you jump onto the right foot. At the same time, the left foot comes up into the cut, and we put that down. We repeat that action, toe, cut, step, and we add 2 toes at the back. Let's just practice this little piece a few times to and fro so that you get the hang of it. So you have let's try and add that onto our jump, cut, down, cut, down. So you have cha, ba, di, da, ba, bam. Let's just try that little piece. 6, 7, 8. One more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we can put the third set together. We have twice the normal bit, once the variation, and then one more time the normal bit. So it should sound something like cha, yabba, badam, bam, bam. Cha, yabba, badam, bam, bam. Cha, da, di, ba, di, da, ba, bam. Cha, yabba, badam, bam, bam. Let's try that with the feet. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the second group is going to add some accents underneath. When we go into the variation, instead of the jump, cut, down, they will do stamp, cut, stamp, which should ideally sound exactly the same, because the notes come at the same time as the steps. So let's just practice that. So you stamp on the right foot, stamp, clap, stamp on the left foot, clap, stamp on the right foot. 2, 3, 4. And from here, remember we're in the variation now, so we have the ba, di, da, bam. Toe, cut, step, toe, toe. Every time we have the cut, we want to have a stamp, and on the last toe, we want to have a stamp. So if you think of that rhythmically, it would be on the 5, on the and after 6 and on 8. So you have and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. So let's try and put that into a context. We'll just do the accents for the variation. So you would have stamp, clap, stamp, toe, pat, step, toe, toe. Does that make sense? Let's try and put the two together. I'm going to do the step and Lucas is going to do the stamps underneath. 6, 7, 8. One more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. Very nice. Now all that's missing is the accents under the last long bit. So we have again stamp, clap, stamp. And now remember we have this yabba, badam, bam, bam, leap toe, stamp, stamp. On the first leap toe, we're going to do 2 fast stamps. On the second leap toe, we're going to have a pause. And when we have the 2 stamps, we're going to do 2 more slow stamps. So the last bit will be stamp, clap, stamp, leap toe, stamp, stamp. Does that make sense? Let's try and put that bit together. Just that last piece, I'm going to do the steps and Lucas is going to do the accents. 6, 7, 8. Now we can put the whole of the third set together. 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's the third set done. The fourth set and last set is going to start with the rhythmic piece. I'm going to do just 8 claps on the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And Lucas is going to do snips on the off beat just in between. So you have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. So you need to listen to each other very closely. Let's try and practice that together. 5, 6, 7, 8. You will notice it's not exactly Irish dancing style, but it does help if you bounce a little bit in your knees, because that means that you're going to have the rhythm in your body and not just in your hands. That makes it a lot more relaxed. One more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. And from here, we're going to do something that you already know, namely the stamp, clap, stamp, which you know from the third set. And we're going to add leap toe, stamp, stamp. So nothing new here. And that is already half of the fourth set. Let's put that bit together. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and stamp, clap, stamp. From here comes something, if you have done Irish dancing before, you will know this. I'll still explain it a little so that those of you who haven't done anything before have a chance to practice. We're going to hop on the left foot, and then the right foot is going to brush with the floor once on the way out with the toe of the foot, and then once on the way back with the toe of the foot. That foot is going to go back and kick up. While I'm doing this, I'm going to hop on my standing leg, and then I'm going to put that right foot back down. That's all there is, and then this whole thing will repeat on the other side. Let's try and do that very slowly a few times, just going to and fro so that you can practice. We'll do it very slowly at first and then speed up a little. So you have have you got that? So, we'll do that starting with a hop on the left foot and the shuffle on the right. With a hop on the left foot, shuffle on the right. With a hop on the right foot, shuffle on the left. With a hop on the right foot, shuffle on the left. So it's going to be a question and answer thing. And once we have that, we're going to do the same thing, but keep it on going for longer. So we start again hopping on the left foot, and you have hop, shuffle, hop, back, shuffle, hop, back, shuffle, hop, back. Let's just practice that a little bit. 5, 6, 7, 8. Hop, shuffle, hop, back, shuffle, hop, back, shuffle, hop, back. One more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. And from here, we put the ending on, which is something you already know. What a big surprise. We're going to push off both feet, land on the right foot, put the left foot as a toe behind, change over, left foot, right toe, and then you have the 2 stamps. You turn around towards your audience and shout, hey. And that's the whole of the finish. So now we can put the 4th set together. Let's try and do it slowly, starting with the claps. 6, 7, 8. Now, if you have both tap dancers and Irish dancers in your group, you can combine the 2 versions. We've got a video for the other version as well. Please check that out. We're going to show what it might look like when you combine the 2. 5, 6, 7, 8.